Now have a look here at the map. Coming here, this is the continent of?
Asia.
Right, the continent of?
Africa.
And over here?
Australia.
Australia. And where do we live?
Groote Eylandt.
Groote Eylandt. Good. Can anybody show me where Groote Eylandt is on the map? Thank you much. Come and show me.
Here it is.
That's right. Good. Thank you.
Before Groote Eylandt commenced operations, Australia imported the majority of its manganese. Since the operation here has commenced, we're now exporting ore. In fact, we're exporting at least 50% of our ore at the moment.
They told us BHP employ more Aboriginal people, and they were very happy to get more money out of it and buy a lot of things. We saw a lot of black rocks here, and which is just only rubbish rocks is here, and so they're explaining us more about manganese. The first people came to the world, the animal. The animal made the trees, rivers, and everything especially on Groote Eylandt. How the swordfish cut the river, how the shark made the other river. The Aboriginal people today, I believe that the animal done it. So we follow the animal, how the animal lives, and how the animal live together, hunt together. So we believe that animal made the world. So the old people tell us many stories. So young generation, we are passing what the old people telling us, so we're passing to our children. The old people were a bit upset when they came and bulldozer through their countries, you see, and so they were sad, saw it in their eyes, you see.
never rain again.
We will say the Lord's Prayer in Anintliagwa. Yirodangwa, Nungunwa Nyungwa, Abogaya, Angubina Manja, Nungambilia. Yiramamariga Jina Yiraja, Yigang Bina Yada, Eningabawia, Nungalangwalangwa, Nengena Megira. Nungawa, Nungabungawa, Yirodangwa, Yarangwa Yamadalangwa.
Christianity is a positive religion, and we aim to preach Christianity to these people and lead them to a belief in the Lord Jesus. Even now I'm completely in the dark, or almost completely in the dark, as to what actually they do think about all this. They've accepted a lot of it and outwardly things are going well and smoothly, but underneath in that old tribal customs and tribal ways, I wonder how much effect all these innovations have had. We often liken Christ to a rock, and I think these storms which have ridden over the Aboriginal people in the last few years over this change, we will never be able to assess.
Old people teach the young people the same laws as the Bible tells us. Like people not to go and steal, people not to go and murder other person. It tells you in the second sermon what we got in it.
The Aboriginal people are earning just as much as the European people, but I think the major problem is getting them to save it and utilise it to its best advantage. We have had men that have saved up to $1,500, but these are not the majority, these are the minority. The rest of them seem to get rid of it in buying what I would call incidentals, radios, tape recorders, cars and motorbikes. They smoke a lot of tobacco, they keep the village going in tobacco, they give a lot to their relations to keep their relations, and spend the rest on themselves.
main assay being that for manganese. For this particular determination, the sample is dissolved in hydrochloric, hydrofluoric and sulfuric acids, diluted, and any iron present precipitated by zinc oxide emulsion. After settling, filtering and further dilution of the filtrate, the solution is boiled and titrated with potassium permanganate to a pink endpoint.
Wash the soap off her front. Tip her forward and wash the soap off her back. That's right. Now take her out and dry her. Rub her all over so that she's quite dry. Now put some powder on her. Around under her chin and under her arms. That's right. Now, Mabel, you can put her singlet on.
Now, when we put it in the body of the funnel, you see that it won't go right down to the bottom. I want you to bring it over here onto the beck iron and make it round. When we come to put it in the body,
we're endeavouring to build new houses of as high a standard as possible. This money is government money, capital grants for which we apply, and the money is granted and we build these things. We don't use royalty money for the actual building. They pay rent for them, 10% of their income. Most of the people that live in the ones we have in existence now have proved quite capable of looking after them.
Integration, I think you've got to look at in its right frame of reference. I mean, we have Aboriginal families living in the town and this has worked out quite successfully. But integration in the sense of complete mixing, I don't think you can expect that this early on. For instance, Aboriginals, just the same as Europeans, would rather group together in their social life.
They came straight from their huts at the mission to these houses, which I think is very difficult for anybody to do. I mean, reverse the procedure and see how it feels. I did feel very sorry for the ladies that came up from the mission in those days because they had very little tuition and they looked at the stoves, they looked at the modern cons that we have in these places, and they were very green, very green.
The younger people here that are not interested in our tribal customs because they want to go in these new ways like the white men teach us.
Come on, people. Anyone but 20. Anyone but 20, what 19? Oh, you know.
I think one of the things that motivates quite a few of our plant operators is the feeling that he's looked up to among the other people at the mission, the prestige of operating a big piece of plant. There's one thing which means quite a deal to our Aboriginal employees. We couldn't employ white operators to be better than the Aboriginals we've got. We pay 2 royalties on our ore. The first of these royalties is to the Commonwealth, and this is 2.5% of the gross FOB value of the ore sold, less some allowable cost deductions. We pay a second royalty to the Church Missionary Society, and this royalty amounts to $10,000 per annum for the first 100,000 tonnes shipped in each year, plus 5 cents per tonne for all ore sold in excess of 100,000 tonnes.
One day came and bulldozer through their country, so they were sad. But we put up all the sacred corroborees ground and all the sacred places in the map where no person allowed to go, put the bulldozer right through. So we got map all around there, maps that no person allowed to go in. And
the area where they're mining now, that's supposed to be in a bit of a sacred, not really sacred, but it's been set aside as a land where some dreamtime story about all their fishers used to go.
The swordfish cut the river, and the stingray jumped and landed on top of where the quarry or the crush is. So the people think that the stingrays brought the manganese on Groote, because this was the black stingray.
You can't put an intelligent head on an Aboriginal and make him think that I want to stay here. They just walk out, and that is that.
But a lot of them just walked out from the job because they were thought that their job was hard. So when they walked out, they come and just sit here at the village here, doing nothing, and some of them just start to gamble. Some relatives, like friends and families, to give them something like money to buy some food.
This is a long battle. You see so many sitting down at the mission, unemployed, nothing to do. We go to Aboriginal people and ask them, did they want to work for BHP, or it's getting to the stage they want to start moving again. Now they come to us, looking for work. They're starting to see the light.
We want our Aboriginal children to go into preschool, primary school, high school in Darwin. We're expecting them to go to high school and finish up the same as the other Europeans do. So they'll be better people. They can go out over the world and be a carpenter, engineer, prime minister, or anything. First, when we die, they have to sing to guard the spirit where they go. After a little while, when they finish that, they burn all their clothes. They get all his old clothes and burn everything up and smoke the house up, so the house is free.
I wouldn't want to put them away from their old customs. I think some of them are quite good, quite harmless to Christian living, if you like. We've tried not to influence them. Christianity is a positive religion. We've not gone around saying you mustn't do this, you mustn't do that, you mustn't do the other. And we've endeavoured to just simply present Christianity.
There's only rubbish rocks, rubbish rocks, rubbish rocks.
400,000 tonnes of metallurgical
Rubbish rocks,
pump ore.
rubbish rocks,
400,000 tonnes of
rubbish rocks. The white people not study Aboriginal people very well. If they study Aboriginal people, will be better people. But a lot of people coming on Groote, especially on Groote, don't study about tribal laws and tribal customs and our ceremonies. That's the whole trouble. If they come and sit with amongst the Aboriginal people and study, same as we do, we'll go and study and learn about how the white men live and all this and that. BHP came to Ireland because they're equals. They live together, go to the club together, work together, live happily. They live together.